6, we're back again. Kristi and Katie, your crime time friends. Stories, justice, laughs collide. True Crime Squad, come join the ride. Grab the clues, let's take a stand. For victims' voices, hand in hand. True Crime Squad, it's time to shine. Season 6, your turn, your time. True Crime Squad, where justice meets hilarity.
Hey everybody, and welcome to the True Crime Squad. This is Katie Weaver. I'm here with my sister, co-host, and partner in crime, Kristi Brower. Hello.
Hello. Hey everybody.
How's it going?
It's Thursday. Good. I'm tired.
Yeah.
Glad it's Thursday. It's been a long week.
Yeah, now we're going camping. Yeah.
I can't wait. I'm very ready for that.
You know, for years we've talked about camping in our favorite place in the world. And I don't know if we've said it yet, but the BLM decided that managing that was just a little too much for them, so they've closed it to camping. No public.
We went there for Easter, and then they closed it the next.
And then they
week.
closed it. Yep. No public comment. No anything. They just said, "Nah, we know thousands of people camp here every year and enjoy this place. Let's close it." So.
Fuck them.
Yeah. So we're camping somewhere different this time that our brother-in-law has arranged. Yes, somewhere we've never been, and we're excited. So one interesting thing is that the road to get to where we're going is covered in Mormon crickets. So
oh no,
it's we drove out there just to scope it out the other night, and yeah, it's there's some pretty gross spots. Now this was a few days ago, so I don't know what today looks like, but they're everywhere.
Cricket goo all over my motorhome. Damn,
you really are. Yes.
Ugh.
And birds that are, gobbling up the crickets off the road too. It's gross. Yeah. It's all gross. It's pretty gross.
We don't get cicadas. We get Mormon crickets.
Yeah.
And they're not near as bad as cicadas.
No, but
you don't want to have to drive over them. It's so gross. Ugh.
Yeah. Valerie, I'm sorry. What? Okay. So it's colloquial, I think, but they're called Mormon crickets. But as the legend goes, there was crops that at one point after the Mormon pioneers had ventured to Utah, that a swarm of crickets, which they call Mormon crickets, had swooped in and were eating up their crops. And so they all prayed and prayed and prayed, and a big flock of seagulls swooped in and gobbled up all the crickets. I mean, the legend is that they ate so many crickets that they were vomiting and then eating some more until they saved the day. So that's what I know.
Yeah, that's the story we know. Mm-hmm. We get them here in southeastern Idaho as well. Mm-hmm. You might be asking, seagulls? Aren't you guys landlocked? Well, I mean, there are big bodies of water in Utah and Idaho that do have seagulls on them. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's not like we're not on the ocean. I don't know.
Well, you guys have a lot of seagulls, but yeah.
We have a lot of mythological stories like that from growing up Mormon.
Yeah.
But that's why they're called Mormon crickets.
Mm-hmm. I can honestly tell you, I don't even know what one looks like up close because I only ever see them.
They're hideous. They are
smashed
really
on the
ugly,
road.
Gross looking bugs. Like they are not. Yeah. They are not cute. Mm-hmm. They're even less cute when you've driven over 400 of them and mashed them into a thin coating like this on the top of the road. Gross.
Yeah, it's really gross and slick. They can be slippery on the road. Ugh, gross. Anyway, that's all gross. So we'll do our best to avoid the Mormon crickets on our way out to camp, and we'll let you know next week what that was like.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, you have a show and tell.
I do. I have something new. I'm always saying I have something new for Fidget Whimsy, but I do. I'm actually going to have a whole line of these, but this is my very first one. So this is Whimsy the whale egg.
That is so freaking cute.
Isn't it so cute? I love this egg. Okay.
Well, show us the bottom too.
Oh yeah. So the bottom looks like this, and see how it's all
this little holographic
iridescent holographic on the bottom. Then you open up the egg, and of course inside is Whimsy the whale. See Whimsy?
Ah, that is adorable.
And Whimsy is also holographic on the bottom.
Well, of course.
But isn't Whimsy cute?
Whimsy's adorable. I love the whole thing. That is so cute.
That's so cute. I'm always saying I'm gonna do stuff, but I really am. I have tons of these eggs. tons and tons of different designs of these eggs that I can print. And I'm going to start making sets where you get, an animal or maybe a set of animals in it, but they're like super like detailed, fancy prints.
Yeah, that's like the best egg I've
see all
ever
the
seen.
detail. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really good. So
Amazing.
anyway, coming to Fidget Whimsy very soon. They're not on the website yet, but they will be here in the next day or two. I'll update you on Monday. That's probably when they'll go up on the website. But yeah, I just thought you would enjoy that. I thought it was so cute.
Absolutely.
Wait till you
darling.
see all the other ones I've got. Oh, so much fun.
So cute.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we thought that due to the intense amount of drama that Idaho has had this week, that we would be wise to pivot. We have, however, discovered a local case, fairly local to us case, that is blowing our minds, and it's all we could do is research it today. But we're not even going to talk about it today till Monday. But, we couldn't help but tumble down the
Monday,
rabbit hole.
You just wait.
We're going to hear the word crazy. But anyway, and before that, we thought, why don't we do a funny crime day? Because we're all exhausted. I think Koberger put us all through the ringer, as well as, of course, the shootings up in Coeur d'Alene. And it's just been a week, man. So
it has.
For real. So kick us off.
Well,
I know
honestly, the verdict in Diddy, too, just
gut-wrenching. Yes, for sure. Yeah, just a week. So kick us off with, I know you've got all kinds of Florida, man.
Yes, I do. First, let's talk about this gentleman right here.
Oh, yeah.
Take a look at the tattoo across his throat. It's a little hard to read because, well, it's a shitty tattoo. But what it says is, all gas, no brakes.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Just process that for a moment. It is Melissa Landers, Rosanna. Yes, and we will be covering it heavily soon. Anyway, all gas, no brakes, right? Okay. Well, let me show you what a guy who has a tattoo that says all gas, no brakes does when he gets in trouble with the cops. That's old Mr. All Gas, No Brakes in the white shirt.
Oh, gosh. Oh!
Mm-hmm.
Well, who was
that?
that?
That may have been his accomplice. We'll see more here in a minute.
Okay.
So the cops are like, holy shit, what is going on? Yep. That just happened.
Oh, my God.
And here are the police, trying to barricade the streets and stop this moron at this point. And here he comes. I think his car has given out.
What?
And who do they drag out of this car? Well, it's old Mr. All Gas and No Brakes.
Oh, my God.
So, I mean...
what in the world?
So let me tell you the story now. But the video and that stupid picture of him just blow me away, okay? So, here's what happened. This happened in Polk County, Florida. And it was at 3:30 in the morning that someone reported to the police that a man and a woman were trying to break into vehicles. So Mr. All Gas, No Brakes, whose name is actually Timothy Allen Hogue, and his accomplice, 31-year-old Rebecca Kozub, were trying to get into multiple vehicles in the area. So they were driving that white Cadillac. It was spotted. So they try to conduct a traffic stop, but the Cadillac gets away. Then they get hold of Mr. Hogue, and they're trying to arrest him. He pulls away from the police and runs off. They think this car was going 80 miles an hour at the time of that wreck. Insane.
How?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Right? So,
wow.
He got away from the cops. He got back in the car with Rebecca. They do that, insane driving around, crashing into that car and then hitting that police vehicle and all of that shit. Um, and that's how it ends. And then they get this guy out and they take a look at him, and his neck says all gas, no brakes.
But very literally. Okay, we know now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, when Mr. All Gas No Brakes was treated at the hospital because he had some injuries
Oh, wait.
to his face. Also, Kozub had a broken leg from that wreck.
Oh.
So they were the only people hurt, thank God.
Yeah.
But All Gas No Brakes, when he was treated at the hospital, then he was, picked up by the police.
Weird.
And they said he
Okay.
admitted to the burglaries, but he did say it was all Kozub's idea.
Oh, sure. Mm-hmm.
He said the only reason that he tried to flee was because he was freaked out, guys. Yes, getting arrested does tend to do that to you.
Oh, he fled by driving right back into it? I don't understand.
I know. Like, they were were they lost?
There was nowhere else to go?
Just
to
driving back around.
flee? Holy
Very
Lord.
funny. So he
Thank
he
God
was
the police
arrested.
weren't hurt. Somebody could have been killed.
When it flew by that one time, it's amazing that one officer wasn't hit.
Yeah.
He was arrested and charged with 4 counts of burglary, an enhancement of crossing county lines, 3 counts of felony petty theft, fleeing to elude, conspiracy to commit burglary, possession of methamphetamine, possession of marijuana, who cares about that, possession of drug paraphernalia, and resisting without violence.
But the meth
Really?
man, there it is. Yep.
At the time that this occurred, Kozub was still in the hospital due to her injuries because she was actually the one driving.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, they both have long criminal history. Hogue has 31 felonies and 18 misdemeanors on his record, and Kozub has 19 felonies and 20 misdemeanors on hers.
For Christ's sake. Prison!
Right. It's time for these 2 idiots to go away.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, that is the dumbest tattoo I've ever seen in my whole life.
I don't know. Have you seen that
Yes,
Travis
all
Kelce
stupid,
one?
no plan. Yes, that's pretty stupid too. Although, I think these 2 were pretty messed up.
Mm-hmm.
And then they were pretty messed up.
Yes,
So,
for sure.
with that, of course this was in Florida, Polk County. Of course it was.
Of course.
Here you go, Katie. It's on to you.
Okay. Well, and I misspoke. Jason Kelce tattoo, not Travis. Okay.
Yes, sorry.
So, just looking in the comments, Sandy gave me a good idea to actually show you what a Mormon cricket looks like. So,
oh, duh.
here you go.
Ew, God.
See how big they
They're
are?
hideous. They're
huge. Yeah. Yeah.
And they make a terrible sound when you have to drive over them. Oh, they do. God.
The whole thing's bad. Yeah, but there you go.
And the
in case
whole
you were
road
wondering.
will just be crawling with them. And
yeah.
so there is no choice but to do just that.
Oh, yeah. You can't do anything besides. Yeah, gross. But we're kind of out on the desert, and that's where apparently you see a lot of them. So, anyway, we shall update. But believe it or not, I also am taking us back to Polk County. I'm going to go ahead and let the sheriff, good old Sheriff Grady, have a word with us on this one.
This goober is called Dayton Schaefer. He's 18. He went to McDonald's. And, human error, they messed his order up. It seems that maybe he didn't get his McNuggets, his Chicken McNuggets. Well, you'll find in a second that this guy acted like a McNut. So this McNut didn't get his McNuggets from McDonald's. So he calls 3 times. And on 3 different occasions, he threatens to shoot the place up. He uses all kinds of foul language. And on the first call, the manager said, "Sir, if you'll come back, we'll make it right. We apologize." His rant went on, and his rant went on, and his rant went on. So he used his McPhone to make a McThreat to McDonald's, his actual phone number. So it was a slow McPitch for us to make a McRest. We went to his house, and he said, "Yeah, I made the McPhone calls to McDonald's because I didn't get my McNuggets." You see why I call him a McNut?
Yeah.
Anyway, he's in the McJail.
Sheriff.
Oh,
Straight to
thank you,
McJail
Sheriff.
with you, sir. Yeah. So,
He is such a pro at social media. Oh my God.
well, the sheriff was too polite to say it, but he said he was going to shoot this shit up to the people on the phone because they forgot his nuggies. I mean, for Christ's sake, they're not even dinosaur nuggets. Settle down.
Right. They were also like $2. Just get some more. God.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, Dayton, you are a McIdiot, and you deserve to be in McJail.
Yes, you do.
Yep.
I love the public shaming aspect that this sheriff is using for deterrence because honestly, you embarrass the shit out of people publicly, they don't want that to happen again.
Right. Sheriff Grady was mean to me. So there you go. What you got?
Well, guys, honestly, some people really just need to stay their asses home because they are not safe out in society.
Boy, that
This
is
happened in Zephyr Hills,
valid
Florida.
point.
Yes. There was an ambush on two people who were just driving a goddamn garbage truck, okay?
Right.
They were in a parking lot in Zephyr Hills at a Wawa, which is a convenience store. This was early on a Friday morning.
Why don't we have Wawas? We have no Wawas. We have no Buc-ee's.
All we have is Maverick.
Right.
And I mean, Maverick's kind of cool, but it's not that good.
Right.
So for some reason, we don't know why, the driver of the garbage truck and a gentleman named Quinson Deshawn Croson, they got in a
Very
fight.
generous of you to call him a gentleman.
Right, because he's not. They had some argument in this parking lot. We're not sure what it was really about. But then the driver of the truck gets back in his garbage truck and his coworker is in there with him. And they're headed out to, pick up the garbage.
As you do in a garbage truck.
As you do. Like, that's their job. Quentin decides that is not enough. He is not done.
Oh, Quentin.
So he gets in his black GMC Yukon SUV and starts chasing the garbage truck and firing at it as he's driving through the city.
Oh, my. What?
And the
Quentin.
garbage truck is just trying to get the fuck away from him. Then he crashes in. Think about this. I know a Yukon is a pretty big SUV, but a garbage truck is a fucking tank, all right? He rams into it with his truck, hits the garbage truck, hits it so hard that the garbage truck's passenger side door flew open and tossed the victim, the coworker, out of the truck. He was not hurt badly, fortunately.
Yeah, but can you imagine how hard he must have hit them to knock the door open and throw somebody out?
The door open, right?
Oh my gosh.
He did manage to drive away, which I can't believe because I really thought it would just have blown that truck, his SUV, to smithereens to hit a garbage truck. He did manage to drive it away. They did catch him shortly after that, though, and the driver of the garbage truck did identify him as the shooter. Mm-hmm. He was a convicted felon and wasn't even supposed to have a gun.
Oh, I can't believe this news.
Firing on a garbage truck. What the fuck, buddy? Mm-hmm. He was arrested and charged with 2 counts of attempted homicide and 1 count of possession of a firearm by a convicted felon because, he was firing on them. So let's watch the video, shall we? This is the dash cam from inside the garbage truck.
Bro, chill, bro. Bro, chill, bro. Hey, don't pull no fire on me, bro. Nah.
So he's pulling up to the side of him, honking at him. They're just trying to get away from him.
Mm-hmm. Nah, bro. You done did what you did, bro. Chill, bro.
He keeps pulling up to the side.
Nah, bro. Chill, bro.
This guy's like, listen, buddy.
But
I'm just trying to do my goddamn job. You see the driver, like, something's happening. Yeah.
Holy.
He's shooting. You can't really hear it, but he's shooting. And he hits them. He actually shot the driver in the arm.
Oh my gosh.
See the door? This guy's trying to fall out.
Oh.
He's can't get the door shut. He finally does fall out. Yeah.
Oh, I can't believe he was. I'm so glad he wasn't.
He was okay.
Worse. Oh.
Minor injuries. But yes, Valerie, he in fact did not chill, bruh. No, he did not.
Holy cow.
Can you believe that? Holy shit.
How?
Yeah, that was
terrifying.
horrible and scary. And beyond stupid.
Yeah.
Thank God that these two men were okay. The driver was shot in the arm.
Right.
And he was okay. And then,
I mean,
of
this
course, the
fool's
other
going to
guy
have a
fell out of the
pile of
truck.
charges. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, two counts of attempted homicide.
Yeah. Well,
Just
sure.
driving through town, shooting at this truck
Yeah. And ramming them too.
and ramming them. Yeah,
Oh my gosh. Prison.
directly, straight and directly.
Mm-hmm. Yikes. Well, you're not going to believe this, but my next story also has to do with fast food and chicken nuggets. Though
Oh no.
this time it's not at McDonald's, it's at Wendy's.
Mm.
This lady here, Melissa, went to a Wendy's right about Christmas time last year. And she ordered her food, and the employee at the window, I believe it was Jasmine here, it may not have been, she was one of the employees, asked her at the window over the loudspeaker, what sauces she wanted. And then she realized they actually only had 2 sauces in stock at the moment. So she let Melissa know that. And Melissa was not having that. And got super pissed off because why did you even offer me sauces that you don't even have? And got really upset.
Oh my God.
So she pulled up to the window. And she's still yelling at them and just being an abusive bitch, in general. And so Jasmine here's like, hey, lady, I'm just trying to give you your food. So she gives her her drinks. But Melissa thinks she gave them to her a little too aggressively. And she's not having that. So she throws the drinks back through the window. And, of course, they hit the floor and splash everywhere and get the employees all covered in soda.
Oh my God.
And the people at the drive-thru have just about had enough. So the victim closes the window, and the defendant opens the window again and throws another cup that she had in her car with more liquid in it through the window and gets her again.
Jesus.
So the victim's like, well, you know what I've got that you don't have? The whole damn machine. So she fills up the biggest cup of pop they have and throws it back out at her.
We've all wanted to do this, right?
Right.
We've all wanted to.
Yeah, not putting up with any more of this. Well, in the meantime, this lady is still screaming and yelling and refusing to leave. The manager is on the phone with the police, and the victim's like, you know what? You are not getting away from here without some consequences. So she walks out of the business around to the drive-thru side to get the license plate number off of the car. Well, when Melissa sees that, she's like, yeah, I think I'm going to teach you a lesson. So she speeds up there and pins her to the wall of the Wendy's.
Jesus.
But the victim is like, yeah, I don't think so. I can get out of here. So she kind of skinnies through it and gets unpinned from the side of the wall and walks up to the driver's side window and punches Melissa in the face.
Which, hence the bruising we see in this picture.
I mean,
good for you, Jasmine. She deserved it.
Kind of felt like she had that coming. She also tried to kill her, so,
Yeah.
Jasmine unfortunately had 2 small abrasions on her left hand near her knuckles from the punch. Sorry about that, Jasmine. I kind of feel like Melissa had all of this coming. There was
100%.
also a male employee who had been preparing her food. And so he went ahead and launched her bag of food through the drive-thru window into her car.
Take your damn nuggets.
Yes, and get out. So the police came and, arrested people. Unfortunately, most fortunately, Melissa was arrested and charged with aggravated battery with a deadly weapon and simple battery.
Yeah,
But
holy shit. She could have killed her doing that.
Jasmine also got arrested for punching Melissa, which I just don't think so. I just
Isn't
don't
that
think so.
self-defense?
I think so. Yeah. Melissa, I hope you get a ban from all Wendy's forever for doing something
Yes.
like this. Also,
Jasmine, I hope you get a golden crown from Wendy's for this.
and 100% grow up. If you can't have the sauces you want, it's only fast food, honey. Grow up.
Yeah.
Good
gonna live.
Lord. Yeah. This story slayed me. And Jasmine, honey, I think I'm with you. She needed that punch.
She definitely did. I absolutely love that she filled up a big cup of pop and threw. I hope it was sweet pop too.
Oh, yeah.
Because spilled sweet pop in your car, it's never not sticky again.
Mm-mm. No.
It's sticky forever.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Absolutely crazy. Yeah. Rosanna said, can you imagine being the next in line and asking about sauces? And the poor workers are like, just get out.
Right.
We don't have any sauces and don't ask.
What is with people and the entitled bullshit? Red fruit punch. Yes, there you go. There you go, Bethy. That shit's
like
never
that, yes.
coming out.
I don't know. Maybe she should have done 4 or 5 of those big cups of soda. Just kept them coming until she left. Because they can kind of prop them up and do a bunch at a time. I mean, you're just launching those suckers.
Right? Somebody's in there dispensing the soda and you're the thrower. Yeah, I can see that.
She's got 16 extra large cups of soda thrown into her car before she finally gets the point and leaves.
The next day, the boss is like, why is the soda machine empty?
We went through a lot of soda yesterday, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
People were thirsty. It was hot.
Yeah, people were really thirsty. My God. That's insane and hilarious.
Yeah, I can see right now you and I do not belong working in fast food.
Oh, man. No.
But I also don't
I
think
would get
employees should
revenge.
have to put up with it. I don't.
No.
They should not have to put up
They
with this kind of
just
treatment.
shouldn't.
Insane. Yeah. So there you have it. Kristi, I know you've got a little more insanity for us too.
Well, I do. And you be the judge on where the insanity is coming from here. And if this was, in fact, a crime.
Oh.
So a Florida man recently was cited for driving a truck that was painted similar to the look of Border Patrol vehicles.
Ooh.
He was pulled over and cited under a law that prohibits vehicle lights that resemble those of law enforcement or other officials. Now, there weren't any lights turned on. The lights do exist, but they were not turned on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to show you a little video of the truck, and you tell me if this guy is trying to impersonate Border Patrol. Here's the truck. Lit up at night on private property. He takes it to car shows and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Probably going to have to show you some pictures now. So now you've seen the truck, okay?
Yeah.
But what you... Whoops.
Bruh, chill.
Sorry. We already saw that one. What you have not seen, though, is what the truck says on it. So let me add these in so that you can see. Because, like, this dude got in big trouble. This is what it says on his truck.
What?
It says Booty Patrol. It says Booty Patrol. Let me show you a better one.
Oh, on the door it even says U.S. Booty Patrol.
Look at this. It says National Booty Behavior Protection, and it has a seal on it. Do you think this guy is trying to impersonate Border Patrol?
I mean, I guess if you weren't looking closely, but no.
Definitely he isn't. He doesn't use the underlights or any of the lights while he's driving. He goes to car shows with this truck.
Sure.
And then lights it all up, like we saw on this video. Lights it all up and turns on his lights and stuff. But he wasn't doing that when he was driving down the road and got pulled over. Maybe this cop doesn't read very good, but that truck does not say Border Patrol. It says Booty Patrol.
I know
really
in
don't
Idaho,
think anyone would get those mixed up.
Right. In Idaho, you can't have blue and red lights, but that's on-road. For off-road, you could do whatever you want.
Exactly.
As long as he doesn't have those on the road. And I don't know the law in Florida, but I know in Idaho that's the case.
In a news article I watched, they did talk to someone in Florida, an attorney or somebody who said that, yeah, they're legal to have as long as you're not using them while you're driving down the road.
Sure.
If your vehicle is on private property, then it's fine.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Wow. Well, that is something. Well, I hope he manages to, to work out of that trouble, because it seems like maybe he didn't deserve it.
Yeah, he really didn't. And so I think he should be able to get out of it. But how stupid. Like, really? This is what you're spending your time with, police?
Right.
Why?
This is Florida. We know there's better ways to be spending your time.
Yeah. And frankly, driving down the road next to this is simply hilarious.
Oh, that is pretty funny. Yeah. Well, I'm going to leave this out with a guy that is not that funny, but he sure thought he was. So I'm going to show you a video of a guy who went by Wolfie Coletti on TikTok. And Wolfie was one of those people who was going around and doing obnoxious things and taking videos of it for TikTok fame.
Oh.
This is kind of a how it started and how it's going kind of video. You'll see at the end. I've got 4 pranks of his for you. The first one is the one that he caught a charge for, and you'll see why. But in general, good God. But we'll talk about it. We'll get there.
Have a girl.
What's the biggest red flag in a girl?
The biggest red flag in a girl is having that negative mindset, that negative energy where she reacts instead of responding and assuming things and not getting her stuff together, you know, like...
Do you mind if I be in a video?
Dude, no. Can you get out? We're like in the middle of something right now. Oh, sorry. You were saying negative energy.
Girls that just like to party and take advantage of guys, of people's money, you know what I'm saying? That's a red flag, you know, when you have a girl.
Somebody's birthday today. Who's gonna get a cake?
You might want to run.
Yo, you hungry? Yeah. You hungry? Yeah. You hungry?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know what's up. Probably McDonald's is closed.
McDonald's?
What's there?
All right.
It's probably closed. It's okay.
Just take this.
Oh.
Have a good night.
Okay.
Social media has definitely took over my brain and made me do things that is abnormal. I just like to formally apologize for my actions from last year and that I've become a better person.
And you're going to harm others, film them, put it online, and then profit off of it. that warrants punishment.
Yeah.
You little bastard.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
That's Wolfie. His real name is Charles. First of all, pranking homeless people, hungry homeless people like that is so appalling. I can't even.
Oh my God.
Frankly,
that makes me so goddamn mad.
He's sentenced to prison for a year over what he did at Walmart, and I hope that every day somebody steals your food. I really, really do, for what you did to him.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And the fly spray on all that food. Oh, you asshole.
Also, he stole the fly spray. Not that that even matters as much as the scope of, like, you could have killed somebody.
But yeah, you could have killed somebody, and just the waste of all of that food that had to be thrown away.
Yeah. And the Walmart employees that then had to scrub up and clean up after all of that as well, just because you think you're funny.
Wasting food always makes me so fucking mad. And then you're pranking homeless people who don't have any food. Oh.
Yeah. There's another video, and I didn't air it because I don't like to show videos of dead animals, but he picked up a dead pigeon off the street and took it into a McDonald's and asked him if they'd cook it up for him, and threw it at a woman that was, like, at the fryer basket.
Oh, you little fucker.
And said something like, Wolf Coletti, don't forget it, and walked out. What? And then he blames the internet. The internet has taken over my mind.
Social media.
No, darling, you
did
didn't
this
have
to
a
my
mind in the
brain.
first place, or you would have never done any of that.
You did all of those things, you dumbass.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
So at any rate, he
shit.
actually got sentenced to prison a couple of days ago for a year.
Well, sucks to suck, buddy.
And he's
I
in
hope you
Mesa,
learn how to be
Arizona,
less of
so
an
that'll,
idiot.
I believe, be in the Maricopa County Jail, or a prison there. Listen, those are some of the worst places in the whole country to be.
Yeah, you screwed up going to
It's
prison in Arizona.
super suck there. Yes. Right? No conscience. Just no conscience, no thought whatsoever about harming other people. Unbelievable.
It's just hideous. Like, Jesus.
Yeah. Right. He told the judge he just got really wrapped up in fame and earning fame and money from the internet by doing his pranks and getting more and more attention. No,
you chose every single one of those moves yourself.
Mm-hmm. Lots and lots of people know
responsible
that
for
you
that.
don't do things like that, but you just decided to. So,
Yeah, what a jerk.
mm-hmm.
Wow.
Even throwing that cake at what looked like a mall, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, when you throw something from above
high
and
up.
down at people, yeah, even something that seems to be, fairly harmless could really hurt somebody. Now,
Or it
luckily
could
that
hit the
didn't.
ground just in front of somebody and do a big banana peel fall,
Yeah.
you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that what might have seemed fairly harmless to him, that really could have done injury to somebody.
Yeah.
But also,
What an
someone
asshole.
had to clean that up. Somebody's
Mhm.
shoes and clothes got cake all over them. You just don't know. Like, you just don't do stuff
No.
like that. Anyway. Yeah, gravity is not your friend. Yeah, for sure. I mean, he might have thought that was harmless, but it really wasn't harmless. That was a dangerous thing to do. But
And also shitty.
but the prank on the homeless man, oh my God.
Oh, that makes me so goddamn mad.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep. I can't even with that. It's absolutely horrifying. So anyway, that's what we got. But so that was that's a bunch of dumb criminals, most definitely.
lots of criminals being real dumb.
Mhm. Now, tomorrow is the 4th of July. So here in the US, we will be celebrating Independence Day, and 4th of July weekend is a weekend for crime and nonsense.
It is.
Please,
Every
my
year.
friends, be super, super safe. Take good care of yourselves. Keep a close eye on your pets, as always, over the 4th. Just really be safe.
We'll be heading out to the desert on private property where we aren't within a bajillion miles of anyone.
Which is
Because that's how I like
awesome.
to spend the 4th of July.
Right. Well, we started camping on the 4th years and years ago because we all had dogs that could not handle the fireworks.
Yeah.
And my dogs aren't, the dogs I have now aren't nearly as reactive to fireworks, but I'm still more than happy to get out of town. Yeah.
My poor little Zizi has panic attacks and
Yeah.
shakes. It scares the shit out of her. Makes
Yeah.
me so mad. We've already got neighbors doing it. Assholes.
Weirdly, the pigs don't even notice it. I have
I'm
seen
surprised by that.
fireworks bursting in air above my house before, and those pigs just wandering around the yard like nothing. Doesn't faze them at all.
That is something because they're skittish as hell.
They are.
Usually.
You'd think that they would be a little worried about fireworks, and they have safe places to go, but
Yeah.
they don't. It doesn't faze them. The chickens, they'll be fine. But anyway, crazy stuff. So yes, please, all of you, be super, super, super safe.
Mhm.
Oh, yikes. Marta had a mountain lion in her yard. Maybe it'll
Oh my
scare him away.
gosh.
No kidding. Ooh, that's scary. Ooh, yeah.
Yikes.
Oh, Minx Pinks's cat gets afraid by them. That's interesting.
Aw.
Poor
I've never
thing.
noticed my cats react to them at all, but my dogs sure do.
Yeah. Nah, boo. Hate it. Alrighties. Well, everyone, regardless of what you're celebrating or not, have a great weekend. Have fun. Take good care of yourselves. We're going to hit it hard next week with all kinds of stuff going on, and probably come back and talk about whatever happened this weekend, because
Definitely. Yeah.
hopefully nothing. Hopefully nothing. No crime over the weekend. No weird shit. Nothing.
Totally murder-free weekend. That'd be cool.
Hmm.
Safe weekend for all. Yes.
Let's have it.
Mhm.
Alrighty, guys. Have a good one. This has been yet another production of the True Crime Squad.
Bye, everybody.
Season 6, we're back again. Kristi and Katie, your crime time friends. Stories, justice, laughs collide. True Crime Squad, come join the ride. Grab the clues, let's take a stand. For victims' voices, hand in hand. True Crime Squad, it's time to shine. Season 6, your turn, your time. True Crime Squad, where justice meets hilarity.